Hi dear students, welcome to Gallant IAS. Here is our daily question practice program, daily revision program, which is HEPGEC 5 into 2 is equal to 10 in 5 minutes. Here we will be solving 5 questions from our core subjects for the Prelims 2020. The objectives of this program is to make you strong in the basics of every core subject. This is to help you to understand the pattern of our UPSC examination. This is to give you a good number of revision in different core subjects. It is to practice the previous year's questions and UPSC standard model questions. This is to boost your confidence, and this is for a self-evaluation, and this will help you to understand that every topper was once a beginner. Okay, let's start now. Starting with the history, which of the following statements is or are correct about Macaulay's Minute 1835? Macaulay's Minute, Macaulay, obviously, the personalities of modern India, British India. Macaulay, his reforms and the criticism on his reforms was recently in the news. So, in the national newspapers, Macaulay, his achievements, his contributions, his reforms and criticism on his reforms, everything was debated, discussed in the recent articles. So, Macaulay's Minute is on education. Following this Charter Act 1813, there is a question. This act provided 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh rupees for the promotion of education in India or among Indian natives. But there is a confusion which system must be followed. Which system of education should be followed? There are Orientalist and there are Anglicist. Orientalist school of thought, Orientalist, the thinkers belonging to Orientalist school of thought, they said, yes, India's science, India's literature, India's philosophy, that must be taught in Indian languages, in vernacular languages. But the Anglicist view of thinkers or Anglicist school of thought, the thinkers belonging to that school, they said the idea for India's scientific advancement, Western science, Western literature, Western philosophy, that must be taught in English. Okay. So based on this, the controversy emerged there, discussion, debates were there, Public Instruction Committee was appointed, which was chaired by this Lord Macaulay. He submitted a report, which was Macaulay's Minute, and he promoted English education for India's scientific progress. Okay. So that was Macaulay's Minute, and it is said, English education. English education will be imparted to learned Indians, that is to learned Indians, and it is their responsibility to impart this English education to this bottom level of the society. Okay, so they're associated a downward filtration theory. There is a downward filtration theory. Then this Macaulay's Minute, it rejected the idea of vernacular education. It is said no to vernacular education. It is said no to primary education. Okay, it is said no to this mass education. To promoted this education for upper creamy layer. Okay. So here it urged mass education in vernacular languages, which is wrong. Proposed teaching of Western science literature through medium of Sanskrit, which is wrong. It denied teaching of Western science literature through medium of English, which is wrong. To propose the downward filtration theory, that is correct. Then this downward filtration theory, that is lifted with the Wood's dispatch, that is regarded as the Magna Carta of English education in India. He provided, or Wood's dispatch provided for this mass education. Okay. So this Macaulay's Minute proposed a downward filtration theory. Which of the following organization publish Inclusive Development Index? So Inclusive Development Index, that is published by World Economic Forum. Okay. So these global organizations, their publications or this global index on these developmental issues, etc. That's very, very important for your exam, especially when they are in the news. Now here, World Economic Forum that published this Inclusive Development Index. According to this, India is ranked, I think it was 62nd among these 74 emerging economies on World Economic Forum. Its Inclusive Development Index. Okay, that was in 2018. And you please check it out, India's current status in this 2019. Okay. And again, What is India's position among these BRICS nations, BRICS countries? Okay. Now again, so this is important. These global organizations and their publications very important. For example, I think UPSC previously asked World Economic Outlook. That is a publication of which of the global organizations? That is by International Monetary Fund. Okay. So take care of such questions also. Geography. Tropic of Cancer passes through which of the following groups of Indian states? Again, I told you the same we discussed yesterday. The map-based questions you have to practice a lot. So this Tropic of Cancer passes through Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, Mizoram, all these 8 states. And in fact, this Tropic of Cancer that divides India into almost 2 equal parts as it is shown in the map. Please check. Which of the following fundamental duties? So this is also a basic question. Obviously, when you study your constitution, the fundamental duties you have to you have to study thoroughly. What all things included in these fundamental duties? Developing scientific temper and humanism, it's of one of the fundamental duties. Safeguarding public property, fundamental duty. Protecting sovereignty, integrity, unity of India, fundamental duty. So all of the above will make your answer. So you just have an idea what all the fundamental duties, okay, is abiding by the constitution, respecting the constitution's ideals, institutions, national flag, national anthem, and following these noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom. And it is to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of the India, to defend country, render national service when called upon to do so, promote a harmony and spirit of a common brotherhood amongst all people of India without religious, linguistic, regional diversities, okay, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our culture, protect and improve natural environment including forest, lake, rivers, wildlife, develop scientific temper, humanism and spirit of inquiry and reform, safeguard public property and to abjure violence, strive toward excellence in all sphere of individual and collective activity, provide opportunities for education by parent, guardian to his child or what between age of 6 to 14. So just go through what all the fundamental duties of Indian citizen. Which one of the following is the first privatized river in India? Kaveri, Ganga, is Vainganga, Shionad. So this was also in the news, and definitely this Shionad or Shionad river, that is regarded as the, or which is the longest tributary river of this Mahanadi river. Okay, it is the tributary of this Mahanadi. And this is the river which was by the government, state government sold it to this Radius Water Limited, and this was country's first ever experiment with the privatization of rivers, and it was heavily criticized by, or it is heavily criticized for its ecological and social damages it caused. Okay, so this is something. This is also another question which is from environment. So what I am saying is, please practice a good number of questions from the core subjects on regular basis, and be strong in its conceptual areas, be strong in each of its subtopics, and have a good number of practice. And please follow your sessions in history, economy, geography, polity, environmental science, current affairs, whatever. And obviously, you should have a good number of question practice also for your final exam. Thank you.